Ito ang DWWD 1134 kHz. Balita, impormasyon at musika. AM at FM pinagsama. Ito ang Katropa Radio. Iba tayo.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa 1134 kHz. DWDD Katropa Radio. Iba tayo. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, kapisanan ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz. Katropa Radio. Iba tayo.
Good morning, magandang umaga po, and good evening in America. And siyempre po, ako naman po ang one and only Legally Blind Bagets na nagbabalik sa inyo at namamahagi bawat Sabado ng alas 11 hanggang alas 12. Subaybayan niyo po kami every week. At siyempre, kasama ko ang aking katropang si Paulo, nalilito na ako. Si Louie Estrabo, magkapatid kasi po sila.
Magkamukha ko po ba ng kapatid ko?
Actually, hindi.
Maganda pong umaga. Ako nga po pala uli si katropang Louie Estrabo at samahan niyo po kami ngayon sa aming programa ngayong umaga. Bago po tayo magsimula, huwag pong kalimutan, tune in at DWWD 1134 kHz sa facebook.com/DWWD 1134.
At syempre po, kami ay nag-encourage na kami po ay inyong i-share at i-like at nag-encourage din kami na kayo po ay magmensahe sa amin at magtanong. Lalo na po ngayon, medyo po nahuli lang ng konti ang aming guest, ang aming important resource speaker na galing sa NDRRMC. And as promised, she will talk about evacuation of the PWD. Siyempre po, alam nyo, ako ay nagre-research. Di ba tayo, katropang Louie, nakikita mo. Nagre-research po kami or nagsasaliksik. Ano malalim yun, mga kababayan ko. Anyway, pero kami po ay nag-i-encourage or pinipilit ko po ang aking makakaya na kumuha ng talagang expert doon sa mga talakayin na aking dinidiscuss sa aking palabas. Dahil siyempre kahit na po ano pong pangnanaliksik na ginagawa namin ni Katropang Louie, ay iba rin ang kaalaman ng mga nagtatrabaho dun sa mga ahensya na yon o organisasyon at ang kanilang kaalaman ay talagang malawak compared sa aming pananaliksik. As promised po, ang aming tatalakayin ngayong umagang ito ay tungkol sa evacuation nga, inuulit ko lang. Pero kayo po ay welcome na syempre magtanong. Ito na po ang aming panauhing pangdangal. Dumating na. Good morning po, Miss Shelby Ruiz. Good morning. Syempre, sabi ko nga as I was saying before you came, ikaw ang expert dito. Although we did our research and you sent me documents, but it is different coming from the horse's mouth. So, bumati ka sa ating mga nakikinig ngayon.
Good morning po everyone. So, we hope that we would be able to share some information regarding activities for the PWDs.
Do you mind introducing yourself? We introduce you as Miss Shelby Ruiz, but do you mind sharing your position in NDRRMC?
Okay, I'm Shelby Ruiz. I'm currently assigned at the Office of Civil Defense National Capital Region. And I am designated as the Chief of Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Division.
Ayan po. So, kami po ay humihingi ng kaalaman sa evacuation procedure para sa mga PWDs. Do you mind sharing with us what you have discussed with NCDA, I believe, right?
Well, actually, when we talk of evacuation, there are different types of evacuation processes wherein it differs in the type of disaster. So,
let's say earthquake po.
Pag earthquake po, for a common situation, ang talagang tinuturo po natin ay mag-duck, cover, and hold. Okay. So, we have to hide under a sturdy table. So, tapos hold the table so that we will, that's why we hold the table para ma-prevent na maiwasan ang paggalaw at maiwan tayo ng table. So,
Pero po, may I cut you off on that? Paano kung, let's say, yun na nga, karamihan po ng aming listeners ay may kapansanan. Like, let's say, yung mga naka-wheelchair. How are they going to do that?
well, as much as possible, since of course they cannot go down and leave their wheelchairs, or for those who could, who are
Right.
capable of going down, you do go under the sturdy table. So at least it will really protect you from falling debris.
Yes.
Because most of the time, earthquake doesn't kill you, but the objects that fall on
Yes,
you
that's
kills
the
you.
one, yes.
So, but for those who are not capable of going under the table, you have to look for an area wherein there is a strong figure, like for example, inner corners of the room.
Okay.
Provided that there's nothing to fall on you or no glass will break on you.
Okay.
So, and one of the considerations there, of course, is yung, ang tawag ito, yung hamba.
Oo,
So,
yung
the
hamba. Oo, ng hagdanan.
Ng pintuan.
Ng pintuan,
Oo, so,
okay.
dun po kayo pupwesto.
Okay.
So, as much as possible nga, the person who is nearest the doorway should always open the door to
Okay.
prevent the door from, of course, there would be movement, magkakaroon ng this
Yes.
formation ng pintuan. So,
Opo.
ang tendency niyan, pwede kayo matrap inside. That's
Right.
why ang suggestion namin dyan is you have to open the door as much as possible. If it's really possible, you have to
Okay.
open the door.
Yeah, kaya po kailangan may presence of mind.
Yes,
no?
yes,
Yung
that's
importante po 'yun, meron tayong katropang Louie, help. Ano ba ang presence of mind sa Tagalog? I think mabilis na pagpapasya. Oh, di ba?
Ang hirap Tagalogin.
Oo nga. So, Miss Ruiz, so what other, what is really your plan that you have discussed with NCDA? I know that you had a PowerPoint presentation with them before. So, do you mind sharing that, all of that with us so that we will be more aware? As I've said, a lot of the listeners are, from the provinces, and hopefully we will be able to arrange a seminar or a training for the PWDs in the different regions and LGUs. I actually went to an undersecretary and we had a discussion, but that's gonna be discussed in another episode because I would like to give the time to you now.
Okay, thank you so much. Well, first of all, at the Office of Civil Defense side, we have crafted together with our technical working group and technical management group members of the NDRMC. When I was once connected with the central office, we were tasked to create or craft a community-based disaster risk reduction and management instructor's guide.
Okay.
So this is intended really for all our communities in the grassroots. So, and we have included the portion of the vulnerable sectors, particularly the PWDs.
Yes.
So, in every aspects of that training module, we have included and have put into some activities pertaining to the actions of a PWD and actions of the community for the PWDs. So, like for example, for preparedness activities, we have enjoined them to be part of the ones crafting their barangay disaster risk reduction and management plan, and also we have included some response procedures for every type of disasters in the whole handbook of the CBDRM. So when we were also crafting that, we have enjoined the NCDA and the National Commission for Disability Affairs have also drafted disaster risk reduction inclusive handbook. I just don't know if it's already published right now. No.
When did you do this?
Actually, we have done this from 2003 to 2006. So 2006, the CBDRM guidebook is already approved. It's not yet, the handbook is not yet printed though. So, but we are already
In
cascading
the process of doing it.
for the printing side. Pero we are cascading it already from the time it was been approved by the secretary.
So if the as you know in 10070 no, it is a batas no. meron diyang creation ng PDAW, which is offices per city, every cities, municipalities, and any LGU. Okay? So, dapat yan, meron silang, is that accessible for them, yung or wala pang handout yan?
The CBDRM po, handbook, for those who have conducted the training, may copies na po sila. Pero hindi pa siya published kasi nga po, hindi pa po siya na-print as a publication. So, pero currently, you could request from the central office, our Office of Civil Defense Capacity Building and Training Service, the copies of that.
Ayan, sa mga nakikinig po na, kasi marami po akong active members ng PWD Cares na nakikinig ngayon because I told them that this will be our topic, and kasi yun ang concerns nila, bakit po ba ako pumunta sa inyo, because yun ang concerns ng PWDs. So, narinig nyo po, saan po sila uli pwedeng mag-request ng copy nito?
Pwede po kayo mag-request sa Office of Civil Defense Capacity Building and Training Service, and also from the regional offices where you are located. Kasi we have 17 regions for a nationwide. The Office of Civil Defense has 17 regional offices. So nationwide. So you could we could provide you the list of the contact details. In fact, I have given you a copy already.
Yes, I do have that. Yes.
So yun yung po pwede niyo pong access from that end as well.
Okay, ito po no sa aming mga nakikinig, yung mga interesado sa kopya nito, paki-message nyo lang po kami, and maybe we will be the one to coordinate with your offices para madali, hindi yung isa-isa, para hindi naman sila masyadong mahirapan sa correspondence.
Yes po.
Okay. So, what else po, ma'am, ang inyong tinalakay with NCDA? Actually, I don't think NCDA has announced this kasi I've been to NCDA, kumuha ko ng kopya sa kanilang library. Hindi pa po kasama yan.
I see po. Kasi the document kasi has to be deliberated as well. Of course, it has to be kumbaga vetted by several stakeholders. Kasi as you understand, and as of course you understand that iba-iba yung levels ng person with disabilities natin.
Yes.
So hindi lang yung kailangan holistic kasi ang approach.
Correct.
So,
opo. Napaka-sensitive kasi no sa mga hindi po PWD na listeners namin. Actually, ang police, glad to say, i-include nila na ang PWD sa kanilang advokasya. And then I told them na just be careful kasi hindi ganun kadali ang mag-handle ng PWD. Napakarami pong areas na kailangan mong pag-aralan kasi bawat PWD may kanya-kanyang kapansanan, may kanya-kanyang issue, hindi naman as a whole. It's not holistic na pwede mo siyang i-address kung bulag lang o hindi nakakakita o kung hindi nakakalakad. Iba-iba po yun ng prosesong pagdaraanan para nyo sila maisalba.
Tama po yun. Kasi in our experience in Ondoy as well. So after Ondoy, nagkaroon po ng activity in joining the local government units as well as the representatives from the PWD sector. So yun nga po in-express nga nila na may realization din on the side of the responders from the local government units at the National Capital Region na yun nga yung issues on, for example, if you are really connected with your
wheelchair
or kung for example nakahiga siya at nakahiga siya dun sa kanyang equipment, syempre may separation anxiety yan. So though ang priority kasi ng kailangan lang po maintindihan din ng ating mga PWD members na ang konsepto kasi po ng response natin is saving lives agad. So regardless of you having the instrument, kasi we want to have more lives saved.
Yung emergency.
Yes po, yun po yung yun yung consideration. Minsan po hindi na po naiisip at nagagawa ng paraan yan.
Correct.
And of course, when we talk of saving the lives of our special people, ang hirap din po kasi of course hindi rin namin din na realize, I would say at my part being a volunteer that time, na
Meron silang needs, certain
may
needs.
certain needs,
Oo.
and at the
Yes.
same time, our equipment is also limited
Correct.
to address the needs na
Yes.
talagang one person who is lying down or one person really attached to the wheelchair, hindi siya mailalagay sa rubber boat kung
Right.
tubig yan.
Yes.
Medyo madali-dali ito kung, for example, earthquake ang senaryo. So, mas madali rin ito kung, for example, sa fire kasi, kumbaga, pwede siyang i-extract kasama ang kanyang equipment.
Oo.
Pero pagdating sa flooding, yun po yung very, isang unique
Tedious,
method,
oo.
tedious
Yes.
response
Oo, yes.
operations. Yun.
Oo, kasi first of all, dapat maintindihan nyo, hindi naman sa minamalit kong ating bansa, I love being a Filipino, pero syempre talagang being a third world country,
Yes.
hindi pa tayo ganun ka-equipped sa mga modern, I would say gadgets or assistive devices to really cater to the needs of the PWDs.
I agree.
Oo.
That's true. Kasi
Although they're trying their very best
that's true.
to cater to whatever the needs are
Yes,
in
that's
in case of emergency. Pero syempre hindi pa nga po natin ang bansa po natin, hindi pa po tayo ganun kalalim ang ating teknolohiya
for the PWDs.
for the PWDs or for everybody as it is, no?
Well, for now, no, of course, nasa National Capital Region tayo.
Right.
So somehow nakikita po natin na highly urbanized ang cities natin. So definitely they're equipping themselves. So of course, for those local government units far north and far south who are winning the Gawad Kalasag awarding,
Yes.
so they also have equipped themselves. So kaya lang yun nga lang, ang medyo concern po natin yung mga nasa 4th and 5th and 6th class municipalities.
Actually, yun nga ang, as I've said, I went to LGU, no? DILG rather. Kasi may mga concerns ang PWDs na nasa remote areas
Yes.
or not even remote areas. Meron akong, well, sasabihin ko na si Henrik Dacuyen, he's one of my members na napaka-active. So I get all the information from him kasi sinabi ko naman po, ina-admit ko, I am from America. So hindi ako masyadong familiar sa mga nangyayari sa mga PWDs dito and kung anong meron tayo. So they are actually educating me sa mga problema at saka yung mga nangyayari. Kanya kung anong sabihin nilang problema sa akin, sinusubukan ko po na i-address yon by going to the agency that is involved. No? So, ang problema kasi yung mga ibang PDAW offices daw, dapat kasi first, second, and third, di ba? Yung class na municipalities, they should have a PDAW office. But hindi naman kasi ganun ang nangyayari. Kasi wala pa nga tayong malinaw na pagsasabi kung ano talaga ang budget for the PDAW office. Yun ang concern nila. But in the batas, in the law, meron yon. But unfortunately, hindi pa masyadong napapa-implement. That's why I brought that up in DILG and we are going to have a meeting when they call me. I think the one who is in charge of PWDs is ASEC Halushos.
Okay.
I talked with his chief of staff and they promised to address this issue. So that will be in the future. This is another matter.
Yes.
So it's just nag-branch out na, 'di ba, Katropang Louie? Katropang Louie, ano naman ang masasabi mo kay Ma'am Ruiz? Ikaw na walang kapansanan, hindi ka ba interesadong magtanong kung ano ang diferensya ng pag-evacuate ng PWD at ng walang kapansanan?
Kahit ako naman po, nung nalaman ko po na magkakaroon po ang topic po natin ngayon ay ang pag-evacuate po ng mga PWDs, naisip ko lang po nung mga nag-aaral pa po ko, nagkakaroon po ng mga fire drill, earthquake drill, madali na naman po kasi po bababa lang po kami ng hagdanan, pupunta lang po kami ng evacuation area. Tapos nung na-brought up po ito, o nga no, paano nga pala yung mga naka-wheelchair, yung may mga nakasaklay, yung may mga equipments po.
O yung mga hindi nakakakita.
Yun po ang pinaka-mahirap sa opinion ko po.
Well, at our advocacy in our earlier times, no, we had several drills already conducted, especially for the School for the Deaf and School for the Blind.
Oh, that's very good.
So, yun lang po, hindi lang namin na doon din kami nagkaroon ng realization and doon din namin na find out na talagang there are peculiarities. Kaya yung sa process namin for emergency preparedness, when we discuss, of course, our disaster control group organization, we really put emphasis on the evacuation. Kasi at that level, meron tayong sinasabing priorities for evacuation. Of course, yun yung women, pregnant, of course, senior citizens, pregnant women, PWDs, mga sick people, pero ini-emphasize lang namin na yung mga tao, mga patients na nasa ICU, though priority sila ay minsan nagiging last priorities. Dahil din sa situation na they are all hooked up in the
machines.
The machines.
Yes.
So it's so difficult to transfer a person in an ICU na gano'n ang situation. So yun yung pero priority sila for evacuation. So then, ang second priority natin doon is the female and the last priority are males. Pero in reality, minsan una pa male.
Is there a ratio, by the way, let's say, for instance, I work for the United Nations, no, and I was in a donor tech for World Food Program. And we dealt with disaster. Pero kami naman kasi, I was in charge of the donation, yung mga, it's either cash, we did it in cash or in kind.
Yes.
Na yung mga wheat or mga flour or whatever the needs of the countries that are requesting for aid,
assistance,
no? For assistance. So, kayo po, ang question ko, meron ba kayong number of volunteers na let's say, per PWD. Let's say, sa 10 PWDs, meron ba kayong 10 volunteers then? Or how do you get your volunteers?
Well, actually, when it comes to, of course, statistics, medyo poor kami dyan. So, I would admit that.
Okay.
So, pero ang mga local government units, they have their respective volunteer group organizations. So, nag-accredit sila. So, it is reposed to the local government units, as everybody should understand and remember, ang ating unang-unang tatakbo sa isang disaster ay yung local government units.
Yes.
So, ang regional at ang national level ay to support the requirements of the local government.
Yes.
And at our level naman, at the community person, as an individual, members of the family, tayo should do self-help.
Oo, kaya nga yun ang isa sa pinamamahagi namin nung una pa lang tong programa na po ito. Meron kaming sinasabing family adjustment. No, we should educate the family members on how to handle their PWD family members. So anyway, Katropang Louie, meron bang we would like to also entertain those who are asking questions. Do we have time for that or do we have to go on a break now?
Ang oras po natin na 11:26. Tayo po muna ay babalik pagkatapos lamang po ng ilang paalala mula sa ating himpilan.
Sa pagising sa umaga, ngiti ko'y masaya. Narinig sa radyo, boses ng katropa mo, iba't ibang uri ng kwento. Mapapakinggan dito sa Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao, pati sa buong mundo. Makinig na sa katropa, dito di ka mag-iisa. Makisaya, makibalita, makiawit sa musika. Sabay-sabay at sama-sama, tungo sa pagkakaisa. Namasa't lida ka dito sa Katropa Radio. Iba tayo.
Ito ang DWWD 1134 kHz. Balita, impormasyon at musika. AM at FM pinagsama. Ito ang Katropa Radio. Iba tayo.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa 1134 kHz. DWDD Katropa Radio, iba tayo. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, kapisanan ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz Katropa Radio, iba tayo.
Kami po ay muling nagbabalik sa aming talakayin ngayon na pag-evacuate ng mga PWDs or regular people pag merong kalamidad. So, Katropang Louie, meron ba tayong mga katanungan na shinare sa atin?
Meron naman po. Bago po ang mga katanungan, ay babatiin po muna natin ang ating mga manonood at ang ating mga listeners. So, kay Miss Tessie Del Pilar,
hello.
kay Sir
Good
Hendrik
evening.
Dakuyan,
Hello, Hendrik. You're a big help to me.
kay Sir Alan Evangelista,
Hello, my brother.
sa aking pong mami na si Maria Estela Estrabo.
Hi, classmate.
At kay Miss Marilyn Winyo, nakikinig din po
Hello,
siya ngayon.
that's another classmate of mine.
At saka po kay Mr. Pak Hinanay at saka kay Miss Janine Lenado.
Ma'am Ruiz, would you like to greet someone from your family or your office?
Hi.
At saka thank you nga pala kay, ano nga bang title ni General Director Kabantak. Thank you so much for sharing this information and this wonderful lady who's so giving us the proper knowledge in evacuating people when there is a disaster. So, do they have questions
Meron
for
po
Ms.
tayong
Ruiz?
hindi ko po sure kung ito po ay naka-address para po sa NDRMC. Pero ang katanungan po dito mula kay Sir Benji Olagir Florencio Jr. Ask ko lang po kung ang mga OCD natin ay meron ng mapping sa mga barangay para ma-determine kung saan located ang mga PWD sa bawat barangay.
Well, to tell you honestly, we are actually working that out kasi, of course, disaggregated data is really our problem. So whenever we do our situation reports, it's also, if you would notice our website, wala kaming disaggregated data because the aggregated data is coming from the local government units, and since urgency of response is what we're looking for, so wala pa kaming makuhang disaggregated data. Pero napag-uusapan na po yan.
Pero karagdagan lang po doon, Ma'am Ruiz, if I may, nakausap ko po si Undersecretary Kinsay ng DILG. I had the meeting with him last week. And we have agreed, or he had mentioned also, na gagawa po sila ng census sa mga barangay para magkaroon ng number ng PWDs. All of these are in the works. As I've said, Ma'am Ruiz, I have prayed to God. Hindi po ito madali. Itong advocacy ako na to, I will be very, very honest with you. It's a lot of legwork.
Yes.
It's a lot of talking with people, coordinating with people involved. So, hindi po ganun yung kadali. Of course, these people who I approach are busy people. You guys have your own issues to deal with in your offices, yet I'm very, very grateful that you are giving me your precious time for me to air out what the PWDs are actually, hindi naman hinaing, that's the wrong term, kundi yung concerns nila, yung kanilang gustong ipaabot sa inyo, na pwede naman ma-address yung kanilang mga alalahanin. So anyway, as I've told you, we will meet also with, as promised by Undersecretary Kinsay, we are going to coordinate with DOLE, with DOTR, with, kay ASEC Halusos. We are all going to have a meeting, and maybe NCDA also,
Yes.
so that we can all discuss all of these concerns of the PWDs.
That's right.
Tsaka kung ano ang pwede nating magawa. And we talked about yun na nga yung census. Kasi nga nagdala ko kay Undersecretary Kinsay ng census in the US. Kasi hindi ko po pinagmamalaki ang Amerika. I am just getting what's good from them. Hindi ko sinasabing lahat sa kanila maganda. Tayo rin po meron din tayong advantages meron din silang disadvantages. Pero kung ano po yung mapupulot natin na maganda sa kanila, hindi po ba maganda naman na i-adapt natin dito yon. Kanya may dala po akong census from the states na meron per state, okay, tapos per race. Dito naman sa atin, hindi naman yung importante yung per race kasi hindi naman tayo interracial kamukha ng Amerika. Kaya sa atin, ang mahalaga lang siguro, yung age, I would think, but you can also give me suggestions as well because I will bring this up to the authorities, no? Pag nag-census kami kung ano yung pamantayan namin, kung ano ang aming mga katanungan. So palagay ko yung edad, yung whether it's a male or female, pagkatapos nun, siguro yung kapansanan niya, siguro yung gano'n ang pwede natin, at taga saan sila, yun ang pwede natin sigurong isama, hindi po ba? Para makatulong na rin sa inyo kasi you are the one in charge of that.
Po. Pero currently po, ang local government units, of course kasama ang LGUs natin dyan, and DILG and the social welfare as well as the Department of Health, meron na silang binubuong disaggregated data from yes, age, gender or sex,
right.
And at the same time yung infancy, kung infant siya, small children,
yes, age,
so yung breakdown po na yan.
Right.
Kasi yun po, it will also be dependent currently, the response operations kasi will be dependent on the type of population.
And I think, if I may add, I would also suggest for you all or whoever I'm going to meet with to add the addresses so
Yes.
that we know who to respond to in case of emergencies. Right away, pwede mo sabihin, ito mapipinpoint na po nyo kagad kung saan talaga yung location ng PWD na yun.
Tama po yun.
Hindi po ba?
So yun. Magandang move po talaga na sa DILG po na natin idulog yung ganyang klase kasi they have the directive. They can do the directive, the local government units, especially the barangays, to act on disaggregated information for our PWDs.
Right. So, according to of course, one of the persons I'm going to meet is Undersecretary Dino because he's in charge with barangay. This is according to Undersecretary Kinsay, no? Unfortunately, Undersecretary Kinsay is going to be very busy this coming week. I don't know when this meeting is going to happen. Let us all hope and pray. As I've said, ito pong aking advokasya na to ay pagdarasal lang. Just to let the PWDs know, okay? I'm doing my very, very best, and Miss Ruiz will tell you that, what I go through to address your problems or your concerns, no? Pero kung hindi po ito mangyayari, as I've said, God doesn't want it. Kasi sa buhay ko po, hindi ko po plinanong buhay ko. I've never have even imagined I was gonna be in the radio. Hindi ko po to hiningi, okay? Ito po ay kusang dumating. Kaya susubukan po natin. Palagi kong sinasabi sa mga PWD members ko na susubukan ko. Pero kung hindi talaga, ayaw ng Diyos. Kasi sa buhay ko nga everything just happened. It fell on my lap. So, kung hindi, with me doing everything in my power to make this a go at hindi siya mangyayari, that's already beyond my control. Diba? I mean, sabi ko nga, si ma'am, talagang twinis lang namin yung arm niya. Kasi imagine, she's not working on a Saturday, but she's here with us. So anyway, ano po ang, for instance, there is fire. Ang mga firefighters ho ba natin ay equipped para mag-evacuate ng PWDs? Did they undergo a certain training to be able to save the PWDs?
Specific for PWDs, that I am not sure about it, no. So, pero they are all equipped to assist everyone and rescue everyone in times of disaster situations. Particularly, I haven't. Probably we could ask them directly, so that we would really be able to find out. So for now, personally, I have no idea. But of course, whenever there are rescue trainings, tinatakal yan. Pero how intensive the discussion and the training specific for PWDs, that I'm not aware of.
Kasi yun nga po ang aking target, ma'am, ano. I am also coordinating with NVRC because they're doing trainings for the PWD when it comes to livelihood and also assistive devices, no. Napakalawak po nito, itong aking advokasya na to. So, hindi ko alam, to be honest with you, I don't know where to start. Kasi napakarami. I've said, sa inyo lang, sa DILG lang, and titignan natin kasi hindi naman po ako equipped para masuportahan itong mga training na to. Kaya sinusubukan kong makipag-coordinate sa mga agencies para mabigyang pansin ang training sa mga different municipalities.
I see. For that, ma'am, I think the best method for you to be able to ensure that there will be policies, kasi of course there has to be a policy.
Yes.
So specific though we have a mandated agency to really look into that. So of course they have also priorities for action and as dictated
Yes.
also by the national government. So ang pwede po natin gawin yan for policies on PWDs. Kumbaga, we can do, you could actually write to Chairperson NDRMC through Yusek Halad, and as you all know, the Office of Civil Defense is the Secretariat of the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Councils, and policies pertaining to disaster response, it's part of the NDRMC's role. So,
Okay.
Having a collaboration with the Office of Civil Defense, especially at the central office, they would be able to organize a meeting.
Okay.
So, and invite the necessary agencies who will really address the concerns specific to PWDs. We have, as mentioned, we have some initiatives, pero yung focus group discussion is specific. Kasi it's yung CBDRM kasi namin is holistic approach eh. So may touch kami sa child, may touch kami sa women, may touch kami sa
God, right?
So
It's
yes,
God,
may
yes.
may touch din kami sa senior citizens kasi nga it's a community-based disaster risk reduction and management instructor's guide yun eh. So,
Yes.
holistic ang approach niya.
Right.
So, it might not be very intensive. So, doon, pero it's already talked about. And some of the sectors have also prepared their own material na i-incorporate din yun in the version 2 of the instructor's guide.
Yun
so,
na
ang
po.
collaboration, ma'am, should be with the NDRMC.
Director
yes.
Halad.
Yes, so Yusek Halad po.
Yusek Halad. Anyway, yun nga po, no, sabi ko nga, ito pong advocacy ko is to bring awareness, okay? And I am happy to report na kahit papano naman, as I've said, I'm still waiting for the sign of God because it's medyo mabagal ng konti ang proseso, no? But as I've said, that's the way it is in the Philippines.
Yes.
It's really the norm. Pero medyo kasi may pagka-impatient na tao ko. So, unfortunately, pero I really am, don't get me wrong, I'm very, very appreciative sa mga official natin because they're giving me their ears. No,
Yes.
Sino ba naman ako? I'm nobody. I'm just to let you know. And I'm very, very pleased that they are very cooperative. Pero sabi nga po ni, maraming nagsasabi, na head ng ating government na, talaga, hindi ko alam yun. Hindi ko alam yung ano na yun. So, natutuwa naman po ako na kahit na medyo may makulit po itong si Legally Blind Bagets nyo, ay nabibigyan ko naman po ng konting kaalaman or konting idea kung ano medyo ang isasama sa concerns ng PWD. Kasi yun namang ibang head ng mga ahensya, hindi naman kasi sila PWD. That's why I always say, it's different if you're a PWD because you have the heart and the mind of a PWD. So you will be able to express kung ano talaga yung personal experience mo. Iba kasi po talaga yung personal experience.
Ito po yun.
So, Susulat po ako kay Secretary Halad regarding this, kung pwede tayong makapagbigay ng training. Of course, we will coordinate that, I guess, with the different LGUs, eventually.
Yes po. So basta't po usually the Office of Civil Defense can facilitate the request for the resource speakers. So tapos yung intended LGUs, kumbaga buuin yun lang yung tapos sumulat po kayo sa OCD,
Yes.
sa kahit anong regional offices, tapos i-focus nyo dun sa PWDs para yung i-customize po yung aming DRRM training program specific for PWD. Kasi currently we have a basic DRM program na very holistic ang approach.
Saan po nyo ginagawa yon? Can you actually walk through those matters na saan nyo ginagawa yung training na available ngayon, so that maybe one of the people in that one person in that municipality will be able to attend initially, so that they can also conduct their own?
Actually, for us po, we have a program for PWDs, vulnerable sector PWDs, kasi ang approach ngayon ng NDRMC is for the vulnerable sector. So,
Okay.
kanya-kanyang informal settlers, ganyan, informal settler communities, yung ating mga PWDs, social, women and children. So, ang collaboration kasi po namin is with NAPSI.
Okay.
So, yun po ang collaboration po namin. Hindi ko lang ang alam ang extent ng level ng NAPSI when it comes to their organization. So,
Okay.
but anyway, we collaborate with them, and they will be identifying the areas to which we will be getting. Tapos, depende po sa budget namin, usually limited lang po kami sa 40 personnel So,
Which
per
is really
program.
not enough, no?
Yes
Oo,
po. So,
definitely.
And also, it's para bang introductory lang din ito. Actually, it's the first time for us to do the vulnerable sectors. So, yun po ang ginagawa po namin. So, meron one-day activity na intended for them. So, ini-schedule yan per month po kasi, per quarter, may specific date, specific So, most likely, ang intention kasi for that is talagang, for example, kami sa NCR, for the whole LGUs present.
Okay.
So mag-identify ngayon through NAPSI yung mga vulnerable sector na specific. For example, may schedule naman kami for PWDs. So I just do not remember when it is exactly. So yun, so co-collaborate kami. NAPSI will be providing us the numbers, the participants who will be attending. So we usually hold it, of course, sa venue na magka-qualify sa back. So alam niyo naman yung procedures natin for
Yes.
venue seeking. So unless otherwise, we will be able to get it to a government office. So yun, that would be easier. So yun yung isang Tapos for those naman na hindi naman nakaprogram sa amin and are intended, may intention sila to conduct a training program, yun nga po, magre-request lang po. Kahit po sa mga regional offices na lang po namin.
Okay.
So ang approach po kasi na sinabi ko kanina na susulat tayo kay Yusek Halad para magkaroon tayo ng palisiya specific and mai-collaborate yung intention po natin, yung
Yes.
intended advocacy, para at least at the national level, pag okay na siya,
Makarating,
matitrickle daw niyan. So the
Yes,
regional offices will be implementing it, additional program for our regional office, for the regional offices. So yun yung strategy. So susulat lang po ang mga LGUs or kahit isang LGU, nakapagbuo sila ng isang community, nakapagbuo sila ng isang grupo, maximum of 40 persons. So, sumulat lang po sa amin. Tapos kayo na rin po mag-identify ng venue. Basta't kami po ang magpo-provide sa inyo ng inyong resource speaker.
Okay.
So, yun. So,
Very good. So, yung mga PWDs po na nakikinig per region, you can request them to do a training seminar for as long as you have the venue, right?
Yes.
And then they will provide the speakers. How about for DSA, the Daily Subsistence Allowance? Do you ask the municipality or the region to do that, to sponsor you, or is your office actually handling that per se, like the accommodation? Let's say if you're going to Eastern Samar, for instance, no, who's going to handle the accommodation of your resource speaker? Is that your office, or do the municipality or the LGU would have to prepare for that into, or give that as part of their budget?
I think they have to give that because we have strict budget. So balang naka-specific na specified po kasi ang aming budget. So the requesting party will handle all the necessary
Expenses.
expenses
Yes.
for the conduct of the training program. So it's kaya nga po mas maigi nga po kung local government kayo within the munisipyo ay within that region.
Yes.
So kung kaya naman pong magbiyahe naman going to the area, so wala naman pong charges po 'yon, and even the honoraria wala naman po 'yan eh. So it is our task to do that. So
I think honorarium will be excluded.
Yes,
right? Because that's part of what you have. That's part of your
our
service.
services, yeah.
Oo, okay. But I think what you're saying is the accommodation in living, and
Yes,
then also food, no, will
Yes,
be
po.
included there. And maybe if it's an airfare, then the municipality should be able to
Yes.
take charge of that expense.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, do we have questions from any listener, Katropang Louie?
Sa ngayon po, wala pa po. Puro messages po ang binibigay po sa atin ng ating mga listeners.
Can you read some of them?
Sige po.
As a breather.
Unang-una po kay Sir Alan Evangelista, that's a good way to spread awareness to everyone as far as the topic of evacuation for PWDs, more so to people that might have to help them. Ngayon naman po kay Sir Hendrik Dakuyan, the PWD sector, kailangan pong mag-voice out for the inclusion of PWD in the disaster preparedness training. Katulad po ngayon, may programa din ng National Red Cross na mag-conduct ng training sa lahat ng LGU at barangay. Kung hindi tayo magsasalita, ay hindi tayo maisasama sa ganyang programa. Yung programa ng Red Cross, ang magbabayad po ay ang LGU para ma-training ang kanilang rescue group. At sa barangay ay ganun din, kukuha sila ng 10 tao na mag-undergo ng training. Sana naman po ay makasama ang PWD dito.
Right. Actually po, Ma'am Ruiz, I'm trying my best also to invite Red Cross people to be part of my show. Magiging resource speaker din sila. So, I'm trying my best to be informative the best I could na nanggagaling talaga sa mga ahensya na involved. And as what Ma'am Ruiz have said, Hendricks, they are actually including PWDs into their training and also into their plans on evacuation. Kaya lang, as what you have said, it's still in the works. Hindi pa ngayon siya napapublish, but eventually,
Kinokonduct na
nila ngayon. Kaya mag-antay lang tayo. As what we have said, patience will pay off in the future. So, ikaw ba, may tanong ka kay Ma'am Ruiz regarding anything that's concerning you when it comes to disaster? This is your chance.
Sa ngayon po, okay naman po. Lahat po ng mga naririnig ko po ngayon ay na-absorb ko po at may natututunan naman po akong bago ngayon.
Anyway, I have provided naman a PowerPoint presentation of the Disaster Control Group organization kasi importante po ito kasi
Yes.
bawat ahensya dapat meron kayong disaster control group or yung iba ang tawag dyan ay emergency response team
Yes.
or disaster committee. Kailangan nyo yan kasi as much as possible in every workplace or in every institution, meron kaya dapat grupo na magre-respond sa isang disaster situation. Ini-emphasize nga namin whenever we go on the part of the evacuation team, kailangan mag-program kayo on how you will be addressing the first priorities of your employees and
Oo.
students, ganyan.
Right.
Kasi kayo ang first na magre-respond eh. So,
Kayong nandun.
kayo ang tutulong sa bawat isa. So, kailangan gumagawa talaga kayo ng programa. So, very, very informative naman po yung ano. If you have to ask more questions, you could just contact me.
Hindi, tsaka ang mahalaga po na naisip ko, no, kagmukha kami, we're from Blue Ridge, dapat ang bawat sektor or municipality or barangay meron na sila dapat directive sa kanilang mga PWDs or whoever, no,
The
na
vulnerable
meron
sector.
silang pagka merong disaster na dumating, saan ka ba pupunta? Kamukha kami, part of our, how would you say, converging area or is really
Assembly area.
assembly area rather, is Aguinaldo. So dapat siguro is yun nga yung magko-conduct ng training, sasabihin na nila kung anong area ang
Yes.
pupuntahan. Pero kamukha nga yung mga PWD na hindi makagalaw, meron talagang kasama sa
Dedicated
training nila
personnel.
na merong dedicated person or delegated person para doon sa lugar na yon na yun ang uunahin niya. Kaya nga yun ang nga sabi ko po sa census siguro, survey, imahalaga yung i-include natin yung address ng PWD at kung anong kapansanan niya para at least kung nakakakita yung tao, ang kapansanan lang niya ay hindi nakakarinig o hindi nakakapagsalita, at least mas madali siyang ma-evacuate.
Yes.
Okay, makapunta siya dun sa area. Pero yung mga may kapansanan sa paningin, sa paglakad, medyo mahirap ng konti, kaya talagang mas nangangailangan sila ng tulong. But I have one question also, kasi po tayo nasa CRS, ano? Ano po ang programa meron po ba tayong training na ibinibigay sa mga kasundaluhan in case merong calamity?
Meron din naman po. So, for some po naman, kung hindi siya nakabudget sa amin, they do request training programs from us. So, yun. So, yun naman po ang napaka-proactive po ng AFP pagdating po sa response operations. So, yun nga po, aside from us, our current team, meron po kaming, especially right now, meron kaming budget for the reservists. So, for the whole nation po yun. No? So, kaya lang limited again sa 40 personnel. So, yun na po. Isa po yan sa advocacy namin na pati po ang ating reservists ay bibigyan ng kasi ang alam po namin, ang nasa, what you call this, yung mga active service.
Right.
So, they do request training programs already.
So, are they part, kamukha yung sa Bangon Marawi, di ba? Marami tayong nakikitang kasundaluhan na tumutulong sa mag-evacuate ng mga civilians o ano. Meron ba tayong, yun na nga, kamukha yan, meron ba tayong mga specific na mga sundalo na train na to assist when there is really an emergency?
At our level po, specific for PWDs, hindi pa po kami nag-conduct sa kanila. Kasi
Okay.
nga po, probably po ang mga active service po, they go directly to the agencies responsible.
Right.
So they might have requested from the SWD and
Or
the
DOH,
DOH, or they could also request directly from PRC kasi PRC is also a member of the NDRMC.
Okay.
So kaya po, kumbaga, hindi naman po sila nag-iintay lang. So they also do their way to get knowledge from specific sectors or specific
yes.
area to ensure that their services also will be effective.
Right, kasi sila yung unang-unang nagre-respond pagka merong problema talaga.
Yes
no?
po,
Oo.
opo.
Kanya, really, yun ang pasalamatan natin ng ating mga kasundaluhan dahil, as I've always said, they maintain yung ating peace. No?
Yes po.
Kasundaluhan at syempre mga pulis. No? Napakalaking sakripisyo ang ginagawa nila para sa bayan. At syempre, congratulate naman natin si General Albayalde.
Yes.
Tsaka si General Galvez. Yes. Definitely. Congratulations po sa inyo. And more power to you to address all the issues of the country.
Yes.
Kasi sila talaga ang mainstream
Sa ngayon.
sa ngayon, yes, that's true. So, ma'am, ano po pa ang, aside from, you are now, how would you say it, incorporating everything into your training, di ba?
Actually, incorporated na siya.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's just the implementation and ang tawag our advocacy. Yun yung kulang. Kasi if we will really base on our own budget, medyo kulang. So
Sino po ang mag-i-implement niyan? Is it the LGU ang mag-implement?
Actually, what we did, we had for the CBDRM Basic Instructors Guide, we have trained the national, regional, city, municipal, and the barangay levels. So, up to the barangay levels na po ang turo namin para sila mismo sa barangay ay magtuturo sa kanilang komunidad. So, yung numbers po niyan, wala pa po akong record, pero sa bawat regional offices, nakapag-conduct na po kami.
Palagay niyo po, gaano po kakapal yung manual na yan?
Well, kasi po instructor's guide po kasi siya.
Right.
So, kumbaga yan yung merong instructions on how you will teach your participants. So, medyo
Your
makapal po
volunteers.
siya.
Pwede, meron po bang, is there a way, kasi ito po yung aking parang iniisip na maganda sana sa per barangay. Hindi ba tayo pwedeng gumawa lang ng simple instruction na parang it's in the form of a leaflet para mapamigay lang sa mga let's say yung PIDA, dahil may PIDA offices, di ba? Let's say every PIDA would have at least 20 copies or so para maipamahagi nila doon sa mga mamamayan ng kanilang region.
Actually, I'm not sure if the ILG has the info materials already. Kasi meron kasi tayong tinatawag na project listo. So that is information
drive
po yan. So and also there are materials na binaba na po ito sa ating local government
maybe
units.
I will inquire from the ILG.
Yes po. So meron po 'yun, kasama po kasi checklist po kasi 'yan ng actions eh.
Okay.
So kumbaga yan po ay magandang instrumento din kasi kung malalaman po ng lahat ulit na ang halos lahat ng gabinete, halos lahat ng secretaries ng disaster ng ating bansa ay members po ng NDRMC.
Right.
So kanya-kanya silang
They
collaboration.
are, I believe, a council. It's called the council.
Yes, the National
Council,
Disaster Risk
yes.
Reduction and Management Council at the
Yes.
national level.
Right.
Meron tayong Regional Disaster Risk Reduction and Regional Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council. Yung mga ahensya na yan sa regional at national. So meron po silang binubuo. For example, pag the national nakabuo po ng policy at checklist, ikinakaskade yan sa region. Ang region naman ang nagbababa sa local government units. Ganun po ang sistema po kasi natin ng implementasyon.
Kaya napakaganda po nitong aming programa kasi po sa totoo lang, ako'y natututo. Napapag-aralan ko rin po dahil hindi nga ako masyadong familiar din. Kaya nagtatanong po ako sa mga taong talagang eksperto. Kasi I do not want to give fake news. Kaya nga, I want it to come from the horse's mouth, if possible. Kaya lang nga ang medyo nagiging balakid dito ay sila po ay napaka-busy rin. Hindi naman po natin sila ma-expect na lahat tayo o lahat sila mapapagbigyan natin ng ating nila ang aming kahilingan na sila'y pumunta dito sa aming programa. Anyway, siguro po tayo ay dapat na magpaalam. Ma'am, maraming salamat po sa inyong kaalaman na ibinahagi sa amin. But could you give some word of advice to our listeners?
First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for inviting us.
We are the one who's honored to have
and,
you.
Also, of course, thank you to my boss, my immediate supervisor.
Yes, thank you
which is,
po, sir.
Director Kabantak. And of course, Yusek Halad po, ang aming OCD Administrator and Executive Director ng
Yes,
NDRMC.
thank you po.
So yun po. So ang amin lang po ay wag ho silang mahiyang humingi ng assistance po sa amin. So willing naman po kami magbigay po ng mga training programs sa inyo free of charge. Yun nga lang po, kayo ang mag-organize, kayo po ang magbahala sa lahat ng mga administrative requirements ng inyong mga participants.
Okay.
So willing po kami mag-provide po niyan. So sa Regional Office NCR, you can contact us at 421-1918. Address your communication always to Director Romulo M. Cabantac Jr., Regional Director, Office of Civil Defense, and Senior Vice Chairperson of the MMDRMC. So, and you can email it to civildefensencr@gmail.com. So, yun po. Intayin na lang po namin ang inyong request, and we will provide you assistance for advocacy programs.
Yes, salamat ng marami po. Actually, ikaw naman, Katropang Louie, ano naman masasabi mo sa ating mga nakikinig?
Maraming salamat po sa ating pong mga nakikinig ngayon. At ngayon po ako rin po ay may gusto rin po akong i-share. Lagi po nating tatandaan, mayroon po tayong limitasyon. Ngunit huwag po natin itong payagang hadlangan ang mga nais nating makamtan sa buhay.
And as of now, nagpapasalamat ako sa lahat sa inyo sa patuloy na pagsubaybay sa amin. Of course, this is your one and only Legally Blind Bagets na nagpapaalam sa inyo. Siyempre, salamat sa aming mga crew dito. Dahil kundi sa kanila, hindi po niyo kami mapapanood o mapapakinggan. And until next week, same time, same place. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
Maraming salamat po sa
Salamat din po.
pagsubaybay.
Bye-bye.
Ito ang DWWD 1134 kHz. Balita, impormasyon at musika. AM at FM pinagsama. Ito ang Katropa Radio. Iba tayo.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa 1134 kHz. DWDD Katropa Radio. Iba tayo. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz. Katropa Radio. Iba tayo.